Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then.
This guy Roberto Carlos really is a unique player, Peter.
I don't think anyone would argue with that.
The pace, the power, the set pieces, the way he constantly surges forward.
And a fabulous urgency about everything he does.
That's exactly it.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Hangs one in. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Dembele. Shoots! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Not the most accurate pass. Nicely weighted ball. Pass is just off target. Played out wide. Now it's Diaz. Real chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Roberto. And he shoots! Goal! Manchester United! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Lampard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Dembele providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Dembele. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that has been cut short. Well, that has not gone well. And here's Shevchenko. And the pass is intercepted. Well, that pass isn't the best. And back to the goalkeeper. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Shevchenko, and the through ball. Kimmich cuts out the pass. And it's Dembele. Diaz crosses. Oh no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Raya clears. Knocks it into space. He's had a shot! Brilliant from Diaz! A finish right from the top draw!
The goal scorer for Manchester
With
United.
fun and fury, they continue to do their thing.
After 37 minutes is...
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
A case now of complete control. That looks a good ball through. And the keeper takes decisive action. Kukcu. Kimmich. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos picks it up now. Deftly away. And they've got a throw. And it's Kimmich. Takes a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are purring, truly purring. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way.
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
So bring it on.
today's match.
Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
That's a good foray he's making. Now, he's got space here. Dani Olmo wants to run onto this. Vardiol with the clearance. And he can clear it away. And claimed it back swiftly. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Berbatov. Well, that has not gone well. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Berbatov. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He's gone for goal. So we're still where we started right now. And the keeper takes decisive action. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Berbatov. And he's managed to get rid. Rice. Not the most accurate pass. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Throw in. Rooney. He's found a way through. Nicely shaped ball. Well read, nice interception. So what can they make of this? It's played through for him. McAllister was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's got away. Now it's Luis Suarez. And smartly reclaimed. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. That's good vision. And he's cut it out. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Dani Olmo. Luis Suarez is someone with real dynamite in his boots. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And now they can clear their lines. And it's made its way to him. And the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So there was the first half.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we are back underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Pass is just off target. Now it's Berbatov. Vardiol kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Courtois getting this one clear. Rooney. Played into space.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Royce is always scanning the pitch for targets. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Nil-nil still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Oh, perfectly. Real chance! And that's in! And there is your opener!
After 61 minutes is...
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Rooney, an individual who's prepared to shoot any time, any place. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Rooney is behind this one.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you could wish for.
Rooney! Silvestre with the clearance. Vardiol.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Dink through. Big chance! And he's straight offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Messi. Coming on to replace him is number 27.
And here's Shevchenko. The message is clear, none shall pass. This looks promising. Tacho gets a foot in here. Well, they've got it again.
Toon really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
That's really well cleared. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That's a cute ball. Schlotterbeck promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Number 5. Kylian Mbappe.
Succumbs to the pressure. Threads one in. And Shevchenko! Oh, and that should have been two.
Shevchenko has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Corner number 2 then. That is ended up in no man's land. Goes for the shot!
Substitution for Russia. Number 21.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Xavi Simons coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
And here's Mbappe. He's had it taken off him.
Toon really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Now it's Rooney. Foot in. And it's Serginho. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And they're back on the ball again. He's on it. Can he get away? Courtois gets it away. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, it turned out to be a bit of a slow burner, this one, Peter. Still, I think the goal did come at a good time, and some of the defensive displays after that were pretty good. In fact,
Bienvenidos al partido de hoy.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
He's in plenty of... And Messi! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's been... And the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Messi. And that pass just didn't quite work. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Hakimi. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, shooting chance! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Hazard just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Triol gets over and intercepts. Hazard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. And it's been hooked away. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal! Barcelona! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Can he get on the end of this? Real chance! That's put paid to the danger. And it's Thiago. Hazard receives it in a good position here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Aimed beyond the He's had a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Engages and forces him off the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That'll be a corner. This is their second corner of the game. Messi plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. He's shifting through the gears here. Deftly away. And he's managed to gift it back.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's there to retrieve it. Nice looking ball. It's a pretty loose pass. More and more pressure on the ball here. Barcelona have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
No, he's not getting his way this time. And they win it back again. Gerrard. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, no question, that's a foul. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Messi. Shoots! And a neat finish! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. This is the time you need that pace.
Throw in. Wriggles his way through. Pass somewhat off target. Lampard with the slide tackle there. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So right back into the action.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give up...
Tries one from range! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
So a Barcelona free kick.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Dani Olmo. Oh, there's a probing ball.
That's
good
play
fabulous.
from him.
Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Raya to save this spot kick, and... oh, he's missed it.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Puyol cuts out the pass. Thiago. And it's Rijkaard. Can he get onto this? He has found the way. Can he finish? And it's there! Up by by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's found a way through. Hakimi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Thiago just eases him off the ball. Now that looks a good chance here. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. That is good pressure, just hounded him off. Goes for a shot! And he's stuck it away. This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
This is a... He's going for goal! Keeper's dealt with that. And now a sudden chance to counter. Berbatov. It's run loose here. He's picked his way through. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Cambio de jugadores en Rusia. El dorsal 21. El dorsal 19. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11. El dorsal 14.
Rijkaard. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now? Oh, he's having a go! And yes, it's there! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. He's having a pop! Koundé. De Bruyne. It's not an especially good pass, that. And they've got rid. Passes coming off in quick succession. He's having a hit! Loose ball now, and there's a chase onto it. Oh, what has happened here? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Right card. And here's Diego Costa. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Cahill is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. He is through here. And the shot's on here. He's got away. He's having a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Barcelona clearly now in lead preservation mode. And this is Neymar. That's a nicely shaped ball. Decent chance! He's got a goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Barcelona are having a ball here. Silvestre. And he can clear it away. That's a throw. And it's Koundé. Messi. And this is Messi. No messing about. And that will be it. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthless.